Hello, listeners. Welcome to Forex with Ndombi. I am your host, Ndombi Malatsi. If this is your first time, I welcome you. I hope you like it here. Please feel free to check out my previous episodes, especially the first episode on introduction, so you can understand what this podcast is all about and also what to expect from it. Hey there, residents of Forex with Ndombi. Thank you so much for tuning in again. Welcome back. I hope you guys are doing great. I am not doing so well because, wow, it is freezing cold in Joburg. I'm also just trying to keep myself warm. I hope you are doing the same. Take care of yourself. I'm doing the same. I'm taking care of myself. But hey, it is very cold today. I just want to wish you good luck. Good luck is good luck in listening to me today because I am struggling a lot, but I am just hoping that you will manage to get the message because that is the whole, purpose of doing this podcast, of starting this podcast. It is so that I can reach out to traders and those people who are aspiring to start trading, and also just to help them with realistic tips, especially on trading psychology. So we all know that I always say that for me, trading psychology is basically how we behave in the markets. So the reason for me doing all these episodes, I think today I'm doing episode 47. Yay! I think I'm doing episode 47. The reason for me doing all these episodes, it is so that I can help you behave better, because these are the things that I have implemented in my own trading. These are the things that have helped me, to behave better, because obviously when you behave better, you perform better. So yeah, that is why I'm here. So today I want us to talk about believing in our craft. I think I did an episode 2-3 weeks ago about believing in yourself. So today I thought, let me do an episode on believing in our craft, because sometimes, yes, you do believe in yourself, but you just don't believe in what you are doing. So what's the point? So today we are talking about that. So let's get straight into it. Most traders, when I say most, I mean like maybe over 90% of people that I speak to, they operate from these three things. They operate from fear. It's not even their fear, it is other people's fears. They operate from other people's losses. They also operate from other people's failures. I cannot blame them, because when you say Forex, what comes to your mind? Most people just think about, how they've been scammed. They think about the stories that they've read on newspapers, the stories that they've seen on TV. They think about all the horrible stories that they see on social media on a daily. When you say the word Forex, people get like crazy. People think big money. People think quick cash. People think we don't even need to put in some effort. We just go, invest smaller, amount of money, and voila, we make the money. It is because of how it has been portrayed. It is because of how it has been introduced to us. It is also because of what we've been exposed to. I've had my fair share of being scammed, being lied to, being sold a dream. I've had my fair share of also losing money. So all these things that are associated with Forex, they are like there in your face, because there are a lot of Forex scams out there. We cannot run away from that. There are a lot of Forex scams, especially when COVID-19 hit, and everyone was just scared. Everyone was just looking for an opportunity to make money online. These scams were multiplying like crazy, because scammers are always they're always alert. They are always on top of their game. They knew that people were going to be desperate, and people were going to look out for alternative ways to make money, and they were there, hitting hard or striking hard. So we've all been scammed, heard some stories. If you've never been scammed, you've heard a story of somebody who was scammed, or somebody who lost everything. And you also maybe know somebody who is currently in jail because maybe they started a pyramid scheme, and they lied about it, and they lied about trading, people. So anything that has to do with Forex, for most people, it is just it makes them think so negatively, about it. It is because of the things that people have been through out there. So most people, it is not even their own experiences, but it is other people's experiences, things that they read online, things that they see, on the news, things that they see on social media. So 3 things: they operate from other people's fears. I took this from my day-to-day conversations with people who are inquiring about forex. People just want to know, what is this forex thing, how does it work? And people ask me a lot of questions on a daily. Then sometimes people even sign up for my mentorship program, but before we even start, I could just tell that these people are scared. Sometimes they will tell me that they are actually scared. Of course, when you are in my class, you will be engaging with me a lot. We will be talking a lot. So a lot of times they will then tell me. So I gathered all these 3 from, experiences that I've had with people who have signed up for my training sessions. They operate from other people's fears. So operating from other people's fears, it happens when you have had like a lot of stories about people who failed, in trading, people who were scammed, people who invested money in some pyramid scheme that they thought, money was traded. I have had a lot of people, telling me that actually a couple of years ago, some people actually stole my identity. I think it was like 7-8 years ago. Some people stole my identity, and these people opened up a pyramid scheme somewhere downtown in Joburg. And the people, who were running that pyramid scheme, it was a group of women that I've never met, a group of women that I don't even know. Those women, they were taking people's money and they were telling those people that they are trading the money in the financial markets, and they were redirecting people to my blog. That was the mistake that they made, because when you redirect somebody to my blog, they are not going to find stuff that is just trying to lure them to forex trading. So that's how I got to find out, because people were then contacting me, telling me that I am apparently a head trader, but then they were it was hard for them to believe because of what they read on my blog, and following me and listening to my message. And that's how I got to find out that actually there was some group of women who started something like a stokvel. I don't even know what to call it, but they were hiding behind my name. They said I was a head trader, and people believed that the money was being traded, and they redirected. I just thank them because I got lots of traffic. Guys, I got free traffic. And it got me worried a bit, because things like these could actually get you into trouble. But then I was glad, because I know what I'm all about. And when you read my blogs, when you listen to my podcast, I didn't have a podcast then, but when you read my blogs, you read my social media pages, you listen to my podcast, you know the kind of a message that I am pushing, and it is far, far, far from the kind of the message that those women were pushing. So that is how people are getting like scammed. So most people have had these kind of stories, and it actually get them scared, because as soon as you tell your friend, or you tell your colleague, or you tell your relative that you are about to start trading, you are likely to hear stories like, no, don't do it, you are going to lose money. People also have references, because these stories are out there. Then people will then feed these fears, to you, because obviously they are actually telling you about their experiences or what they've read about. So that is what happens with most people. Most people are trading, they want to trade, but they are scared, and the fear is not even theirs. The fear is the fear that they get from other people. When other people are like, when you tell somebody that I'm about to start trading, they will literally warn you. I've had so many people warning me, please don't do it, you're going to lose all the money, you are going to don't do it, don't. It is such a bad idea. But I'm glad that I did it anyway, because if I listened to those people, I wouldn't be here today. If I listened to those people who were feeding me their fears, I wouldn't be here today. But I don't blame anyone who is like getting all these stories, because it is not like people are making up these stories. These stories are actually out there. These stories are real stories. So this episode today, it is all about trying to help you to try to move away from listening to those stories, because you have made a decision, and your decision is, I want to start trading. You are doing this for you. So you need to understand that when you start something, you are not starting it for other people, but you are starting it for yourself. If you wake up one day and you identify an opportunity in your area to start a business, if you can start a business, just keep quiet and identify the opportunity, do your research, and start a business. You are likely to actually start a business. But if you do your research, then you start going around telling your friends, trying to figure out what do they think, other people's opinions. You are unlikely to start that business, because people will tell you how it is not going to work. People will tell you how, somebody else did it and this is how it went. People always have references. They will tell you how it is not going to work. They will give you references. Then you will end up being scared. A lot of people are not starting businesses because they are feeding on other people's fears. It is the same thing with trading. If you want to start trading Forex, you have decided you want to trade Forex. You know why you have decided you want to trade Forex. You know why you contacted me and you asked me to teach you how it's done. This is now something that you need to focus on. I want to do this, and this is the reason why I want to do it. But if you try to involve the community, your friends, your colleagues, your neighbors, people are going to tell you all these stories. You probably have read about some of these stories, you've seen some of these stories, but you want to try it anyway. Then just go ahead and try it. Because if you try to confirm it with other people, you are never going to start. You are going to end up just feeding from their fears. So that is the first thing that you need to be aware of. If you want to start something, you need to feed on your own thoughts. A lot of people are going to tell you how it's not going to work, but you also need to, it is okay, just listen, and you also need to think about, why do you want to start it? Why do you even think about starting this thing? Why do you even think about starting the trading journey or your trading career? What is it that is pushing you to it? What is it that makes you so interested in doing it? Then you focus on that. If possible, just keep your happiness to yourself. If you are so happy and excited, about starting, trading, just keep your excitement and your happiness to yourself until you find people who are actually believing in it as much as you believe in it. Because you will need to believe that it's going to work, but you are not going to believe that it's going to work if you are feeding on all these, negative stories, about Forex. And when people tell you about these, you are there on Google the whole day. You are Googling all failures, all these stories about how people have been scammed. Then you are going to operate from that level of fear, other people's fears. Of course, you do have your own fear, but the fact that you are here and you have decided that you want to learn how to do it, it means that as much as you are scared, because anyway, most of the things that we do, we start scared. Then we get used to it, along the way. Nobody starts something and they were like amazing already. We are all scared when we start something new. So it is okay to be scared, but then, if possible, keep your happiness and your excitement to yourself until you find people who are like, yes, we believe it's gonna work. Then you can feed, you can feed on those positive talks. You can feed on those positive, stuff about our craft, because obviously you need to believe that it's gonna work. Now, people's losses. You have seen people posting something on social media talking about how they've blown their account. You've never blown an account. You don't even know how it feels like to blow an account, but you are already operating from that level that says everybody who starts trading is likely to blow an account and is going to blow an account, and you are already scared and you're already feeling like you have blown an account even when you've never blown an account. Stop feeding on those. If you start trading and you have your live account, you need to believe that you are going to make it. If you keep on feeding on stories, reading on forums, checking people who are blowing accounts and they make it like it's a normal thing to do, guys, blowing an account is not normal. Blowing an account is not normal, but we have made it to be normal because that's where we all started. I've blown so many accounts, I've lost count. But obviously, I've blown so many accounts and I've lost count because I didn't know what I was doing. I was just, I was just thinking that Forex is all about, you just do a bet there and there. You don't really need to understand anything about the economy. You just need to read your charts, have your cell phone. You could be somewhere in a train station where it's very noisy and you can place your trade and voila, you make money. That's how I was operating. So obviously I lost money. But if you start trading and you do it the right way, I'm not talking about trading strategies. I'm talking about being able to manage yourself and also being able to manage your funds. Of course, that is something that you would need to learn. If you are doing it the right way, you can have a very bad day, bad week, bad month, bad year. You are never going to blow an account. So guys, blowing an account is not a normal thing. I think I did an episode on 3 things to do to avoid a margin call. You can look out for the episode and listen to that because I don't think it is something that we should be normalizing. It is not normal. It is okay to take some losses. It is normal to take some losses, but it is not normal. It is not something that we should normalize, that everybody who starts trading, they must at least blow 10 accounts before they make profits. So if you are feeding on that, you are going to operate on a level where you are kind of like expecting yourself to blow an account. Guess what? You are going to get exactly what you are expecting. You are going to blow an account. You are going to blow not only an account, but you are going to blow accounts. So you need to stop operating from the fear of other people's losses. A lot of people have traded Forex and a lot of people have lost money and a lot of people are talking about it. And a lot of people, some people gave up along the way and they are now feeding you their fears. Because like I said, nobody starts something and they're voila, amazing. We all suck at something when we do it for the first time. We all suck at it. I shared a story on social media the other day. I know this is not related to, trading and stuff. It's not even about money. But it is about not realizing what you are capable of until you are actually there and you are challenged. And it was also about, if you don't challenge yourself, life is not exciting at all. If you don't ever challenge yourself, you will never know what you are capable of. Then I shared a story about how I didn't know that I can actually do so many kilometers. I thought I could only go as far as like 12, 15 kilometers, not even 15. And then, I can't do anything more than that until I did it. But I was forced to do it until I did it. Then I only realized after that actually I can. It's just that I never thought that my fitness levels are there yet because I never tried it until the situation literally forced me, to be in that situation where I found myself having to, do this almost 20 kilometers, The following day I was dead tired, but I'm glad I did it because now I know that I am actually capable of doing this. So when it comes to your trading, you don't get the money when you don't believe you can get the money. You are always looking at other people who are failing, who have lost the money. You are always looking at other people who failed at trading and they're actually warning. People who failed in trading, they are out there just warning other people not to do it because they are actually spreading their own fears. They are actually spreading their own failures. These failures are not yours. These failures are not ours. These failures are for those people. They went through that and we cannot even blame them. They are sharing their own experiences. But then you need to understand that when you ask for an advice or when you read, stories online, you are going to read the stories that people are sharing because they are sharing their experiences. Just like me, I cannot share any other experience other than the experiences that I've been through. If people come to me and they want to learn how to trade, I teach them how to trade like how I trade, because I cannot be teaching them something that I don't believe in. I cannot be teaching them something that I don't do or something that I don't know. I can only teach them how I trade, because how I personally trade, because I am teaching them what I know. So when people share their stories, they are sharing what they know. They failed, but you didn't fail. If I asked somebody else before I did that 20 kilometers, they're going to say, no. They're going to ask me, have you done at least 15? Then I was like, no, I've never done 15 kilometers. Then they're going to say, no, don't do it. You're not going to manage. You're going to get tired. If you do it, try to make sure that you have a backup so that somebody can pick you up should you fail. Because they would be feeding me, their own experiences. Maybe they tried, but then they couldn't do it. And maybe they've never even tried. They're also just feeding me, other people's failures. So don't operate on other people's failures. Those failures are not yours. If you've never blown an account, you are not required to blow an account to be a master in trading. I am telling you this today. You are not required to blow an account, but should it happen, you're not even required to blow 20 accounts. But if you keep on feeding on those stories the stories that say you must blow an account for you to be a master, you don't have to blow an account for you to be a master. You can learn how to trade without blowing an account. So those are the things that you need to be mindful of. You don't operate on other people's losses. They are not your losses. It is something that happened to them. It is not your story. Let people tell their stories, and you have your own story to tell. So the last one, operating on other people's failures. Failing in trading is when you tried it. There are people who are saying trading doesn't work. Then I ask them, so how long did you do it? Oh, I learned how to trade for like a week, and then I started trading live, and don't be, I lost $2,000, and that thing doesn't work. Then those people, they literally failed. They didn't try to see where to improve, what needs to be done, and they just failed flat and they moved on. Now they are feeding they are failures. When you blow an account and you share it with somebody who have failed, they'll be like, we told you this thing doesn't work. So you need to move away from listening to other people's stories. Don't operate on other people's failures. Don't operate on other people's losses. They are not yours. Don't operate on other people's fears. They are not yours. Let them be fearful. It's okay to acknowledge that these stories are there. They exist. Nobody's making up these stories. The stories of being scammed, they are there. They exist. I know. I'm sure you've also been scammed, and people who have been through the same. So what is it that you can do to avoid all this? Obviously, you need to believe that it is going to work. You decided that you wanted to start trading, so you need to believe that it is going to work. But you are unlikely to believe it if you are still feeding on these stories. So basically what I'm saying is, try not to read too much of stories that are negative, because you are only feeding your mind with negative stories, and unfortunately it is not going to work for you. So you need to make sure that you don't consume more information about losses. If you want to do some research, rather just research people who have made it in trading. It doesn't have to be people that you know. You don't even have to see, because people think when somebody says, I have made it in trading, you have no idea how many people are asking me, Dumbo, why are you not showing us your possessions? The thing is, if I show you my possessions are not going to help you in learning how to trade. But if I share information with you, you can then learn how to trade. Then you can then learn how to behave, because that is why we are here. That is why I'm here, so that I can help you to behave better. If I can share that information, then you go out there with the knowledge that you have and the behavior, that you are getting from these episodes. Then you can do better, and you can buy your own possessions, and you don't even have to put them out there. You can if you want, because that's your choice, but you don't even have to put them out there, because you have nothing to prove. The only thing that you have to prove, or the only person that you have something to prove to, it is yourself. I can learn how to trade. I can learn how to make the money, and I can learn how to keep the money, and I'm going to do it because I believe it can be done. So guys, you do not get money when you don't believe that you deserve it. So if you feel like you want to go on Google and you want to go and do some research, just try to research some success stories. And if you come across, because of course when people create content online, sometimes they create misleading titles so that you can land on their page. If you find yourself landing on the page where people are just talking about all these things that are feeding, if you can feel that, oh, I'm now getting scared from reading all these, just move away, walk away, try and read something else, so that you can have this chance to actually create your own story. How do you create your own trading story? How would you want it to end? I did an episode on beginning trading with the end in mind. Why do you want to start trading, or why are you trading? Then you focus on that, and then you draft a nice story that you want to, a nice story that is believable to you, a nice story about how you want to see your trading, or where you want to take this trading career, and what is it that you are planning to do with the money, or try to focus on that. Then you will see you are going to get more ideas on how to improve. You are going to get more ideas on how to do better. And whatever you read out there, if it starts to feel like it's negative, it's making me scared, it's making me fearful, you walk away and you try to redirect and you go back to your story. What is your story about trading? I don't know what's your story about trading. My story about trading was that I'm not interested in making people or enticing people and luring people, or recruiting people to trading. My story was, I want to learn how to trade, and I want to be able to sit at home and be able to make money, through the markets. That was my story. Then I started working on my story. Of course, my story did not include you guys. It did not. My story did not include you, as in like, it did not include me creating this content and sharing this content and talking for like 25 minutes to strangers. And my plan did not include you, but of course you are here now. You are part of the plan, because I'm doing this because I enjoy doing it. So if you want to listen to some find stories that are positive, then you are going to start feeding on those stories, and then you will feel better about your trading. I think last year I created a booklet. It's not a book because it has like 20 pages. These are things that I'm sharing, things that have worked for me. I designed that booklet. It is just there to help you, bring you back to, this space where you actually believe that I'm trading and it is real and it is going to work for me. So it's a practical booklet where you are required to just set aside 3 minutes of your time every day and just do the work. Aligning with what you actually want to achieve with your trading account. It is basically about fixing your psyche. And the name of the booklet is Shift Your Mind, Shift Your Money, because I'm all about the mindset. I know that you can have amazing strategies. If your mindset sucks, everything else is not going to work. Nothing is going to work, because trading is not about trading strategies. Otherwise, everyone will be making money. Trading is all about being able to manage yourself. If you can manage yourself, then you can manage your money, then you can make money. Because the aim is to make money, but you can't make money if you can't manage your funds. You need to be able to manage your funds, and you need to be able to protect your funds. You can't do that if you are not constantly working on yourself. So this podcast is all about that, to help you behave better. You listen to all the episodes and you find what resonates with you, and you go back and then you apply, or you go back and you implement, then you will see improvement in your trading. So if you do need that booklet, I'm just going to leave a link. You can WhatsApp me if you get stuck. You don't need to have a PayPal account to purchase. It's only $8. You can purchase with your local bank card. But that booklet, it is not a booklet about strategies. Obviously, you know that I don't share any strategies, on my podcast. I'm only here to help you behave better. So this is going to help you to be able to say, if you come across a story that says you are going to lose money because 1,000 other people are losing money out there, you are going to be one of them. You know what's different about you? Everybody's losing money. You are going to be able to say, I know I am different. I know I can do it better. And I believe that it can work for me. Then you start working on that. It is all about correcting the mindset and shifting it and making sure that whatever you do, you believe in it. I can't believe I did such a long podcast because, hey, I thought I wasn't going to talk for this much, but hey, look at me. I have spoken for like almost 30 minutes. So thank you guys for listening. I hope this helps. So 3 things that you need to take away from this episode today is: do not operate on from other people's fears. Don't let anyone feed you their fears. Do not operate on other people's losses. Do not operate on other people's failures. But what is it that you can do to now create your own beautiful, experience? You write your own story. You write your own story about what is it that you want to achieve in your trading, and this is the story. This is what you want to achieve in your trading. Then you can also just get the booklet to help you out, because it is kind of like, a coach in the pocket. It's like I'm with you in the pocket and I'm telling you all these things on a daily. You only just need 3 minutes. You page through and then you do the task for like 3 minutes. Then you should be fine. So thanks again, guys. And please do take care of yourselves. I am off to rest and obviously to keep myself warm because, hey, this weather is very, very, very cold. And please do not eat junk food. I know it's cold. I know it's cold, but please do not eat junk food. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks again for tuning in. Bye.